What's up, everyone? Who's ready for another nostalgia trip? I've got something as old as can be. It's not hopscotch. It's not kick the can. It's not ball in a cup. It's the Commodore VIC-20. This was a personal computer that came out in 82, I want to say, used for business and for personal things such as games, but the business side of it came first. They were basically trying to outdo the Apple IIe because it was very expensive at the time, and even though we ended up getting an Apple IIe, we had the Commodore VIC-20 first. It looked like a giant, bulky keyboard that played these huge cassette tapes. Yeah, cassette tapes. You know what I'm saying? It had tapes and discs that you would use in a separate little reader, and you plugged it into your TV, and that's how it worked. It was very, very hip at the time, let me tell you. You're looking at it now and probably be like, what the fuck is that shit? Well, basically, if you're old like me, this is what you had. So I was 6 years old when we actually got one of these. My father wanted it for personal computing and financing, and he eventually gave in and bought games for my brother and I to play on. And I'm going to show you maybe 2 or 3 games that I remember the most from my childhood. I'm just warning you now, this is ancient technology. It looks really bad and sounds even worse. So you might want to be careful. I'm going to keep the volume a little bit low here because some of the sounds are incredibly grating. But I got to tell you, if you grew up with this era and you had one of these, this was like the thing. You were like so excited. You were the popular kid in the neighborhood. At least we were. So let's load up. You can see that I already loaded the tape. It does take a while. And that was one of the drawbacks. It only had about 5 KB of RAM. KB. 5 kilobytes. That's it. You could expand it, but that was pretty much what you were working with. And a lot of the games on here, total nightmare fuel. Let's take a look. I'm going to show you one that scared me the most out of anything, and honestly, it's the most simple game in the world. Even more than Lemonade Stand. Let's go ahead and see if it'll load for me here. One moment, because it takes a minute. Okay, here we go. Listen to this. Let me tell you. When you hear that blaring out of your TV in the middle of the night, it is scary as hell when you are 6 years old. I'd never liked that intro. I was such a baby when it came to like weird sounds when I was young. If we wanted to play this, I would make my brother load it up and I would run out of the room. No kidding. So this is a little bit like Lemonade Stand. You're running a hotel for monsters, apparently. It's supposed to be the scariest hotel. And you have to charge rates for the rooms. Your goal is to fill up all the rooms you can, so you want to pick the magic number at the same time. You want to fill all 100 motel rooms. That's what you want to do. Look at that shit. Isn't that weird? This is it. This is what you got in 82. This is what $300 and a William Shatner commercial would buy you. So you would have to guess what rate would be good. Now, you could play against your friends, and that was really the point of it. So if you charged too little, you wouldn't make enough money to beat your friends. And if you charged too much money, you wouldn't get any rooms filled up. So let's just start with something normal. Let's, I don't know, $50 per room. Let's see what happens. And then you see the rooms filled up, and that's how many you have. So we only filled 19 with $50. Back in 82, nobody would pay no $50 for no hotel room. And then it would show you, and it would total up your days. You basically had a week to go through, and that's how you would win. The problem with this game is, the sounds are so good. Holy crap, it's so nostalgic. The problem with it is eventually, what my brother and I actually did, because this was 82 people, we didn't have no internet. This was it. We wrote down all of like the different numbers that we would use, combinations, and we actually found a combination that would work 100% every time. And once we found that out, the game was unplayable because you would just win every time. And that rate, I still believe, is $27 per room. Let me see if I'm right about that. This should be the magic number that fills up all the rooms no matter what. So we kept that to ourselves and kept trying to play against our friends. But the minute they saw that we kept putting in the $27, that was it. It was spoiled. Is that one going to go? The last one? Yeah. That's how you would win. $27. So if you ever play this against people and they don't know, put in $27. You will win every time. Isn't that amazing? And then it would just keep going from there. God, is this blowing you guys' mind? The 80s! I don't even know what to say about this because this is basically how it works. Like, that's all you do. So you could be a dick and like, oh, fill all the rooms with $3. Of course they'll all fill up. Why is this going slower than $27? People, it's $3. Who wouldn't take a hotel room for $3? Wait, what? Are we going to lose this on $3? No, we're not. There's no way. Hello? Maybe? This is very riveting. Do it! Oh, you did it, but you only made $100. So you wouldn't win against your friends. Do you see what I'm saying? So like Lemonade Stand, it just gets kids thinking about money. It gets them thinking about what you should charge, all that kind of stuff. Most of these games that came out in the very beginning of the VIC-20 were super like educational type games. However, there were many more that were not educational and just plain crap. I'm going to show you one of those right now, actually. Let's hope I can load it because it doesn't always load properly. Hang on one moment. All right, here we go. This is my brother's favorite game. This is called Gorf. Gorf, that's right. It's kind of like an Asteroids ripoff. It uses a little bit of different kind of strategy. You have like a barrier and stuff. This is going to show you how it works. Although that guy just got killed because he didn't even move, that dumbass. But yeah, you just go ahead shooting aliens. It's like, you know, the whole Space Invaders thing. Although it does have different levels. This is showing you some of the different levels. My brother loved this game a lot more than I did. I played it a lot, but he was like really into it. I'm going to see if this works because this barely works sometimes. It's really hard to get moving. Here we go. Listen to this. Also, pro tip, if you shoot them before it's done populating, you have a much better chance of winning. Cheating! This is the grating sound I was telling you about. This was the best that the Commodore could pull off at the time for sound. Really bad. They ended up making the 64 a couple of years after the VIC-20. And the 64, Commodore 64, had much better sound. That was like one of the main things they improved on. We didn't end up getting one in the house. By that time, we had the Apple IIe, and we were using that a lot more. And the Apple IIe was like, oh shit, I'm not paying attention. The Apple IIe was like, oh my god, I suck at this. I'm running out of penises. In the top right? Oh my god, I'm very low on dicks. This is hard. It's harder than it looks. All right. The Apple IIe was like $2,000, and in the 80s, holy shit, that was a ton. Like, you had to be some kind of person to afford it. And the VIC-20 and the Commodore 64, I believe, were like $300 and $400 respectively. But by the time we'd already bought it, my dad was like, hell no, we're not buying another one. Whoa, look at that. It's weird. All right, let's try this again. I'm not giving up on this. I have to prove that I'm the best Commodore player. Did you guys ever play these games? Are you old enough to even remember these? If you are, holy shit, say something in the comments so I don't feel like I'm the only person alive that has played. Oh, jeez, it doesn't move well, you guys. The controls, really bad. You would play this on a joystick that kind of looked like a round paddle. You would not play it on a keyboard or anything like that. You would only play it on the joystick. It really didn't have controls that were meant for the keyboard at the time. So the translation to keyboard now, not very good. It worked a lot better with the paddle. My brother, I think, ended up getting up to like level 5. And for us, that was a huge deal because this actually gets really hard. Way harder than it is right now, even though I'm making it look really... It gets really fast at the end, Mike. Oh! Uh-oh! Come on! Haha! I did it. Laser attack. Next mission. I think they made... Oh, Jesus. I think they made an arcade cabinet of this at one point. That guy just suicide bombed me. Did you see that shit? The fire rate is really good here. It's really fast. The movement rate is what gets you. Oh, shit. Check this out. We're doing it now. We've only got one dick left, but be careful. Don't hit the warps. This is crazy. This was high-tech shit back in the day, you guys. Oh my god. Alright, well, I suck ass. I bit the dust. No! And then you have to start all over. That's Gorf. Wanted to show you that now. I saved the best one for last. Hang on while I load it. It's going to take half a second to do. But I think you guys are really going to like this one. And I think this one was probably the favorite of me and my brother. And much to the dismay of my parents who thought that they were getting us a nice educational game. Yeah, they were wrong. Please let this load because it doesn't load well. Alright, finally. It took a few minutes. I cut out what happened. Don't worry about it. It doesn't work well. This is Kindercomp. I think this was bought along with Gorf for me and my brother. My parents thought I would like it. You can draw pictures, you can scribble on the screen, you can have your names and lights, the sequence game, the letter game, and the matching game. It's basically just for very small tots. It's a babysitting type of game. My parents thought that this would be educational, so they bought it. Guess what? It's not. My brother and I found so many ways to defile this, you have no idea. So you press 1 to start drawing, B for black background, W for white background, F to fill a shape, and S to stop filling. So I'll show you how this looks. Hopefully I remember how to do this because it doesn't control very well, but let's go ahead and try. Press button on the stick to change the colors. Now I'm not working with a joystick, so we're going to try to do that, but it may not work. And then press spacebar to erase. So let's go ahead. So you have this little guy. It's kind of like a turtle for the Apple IIe. If you ever played like with the logo turtle, this is kind of what that's like. Now the cool thing about this is that you couldn't just go in like the straight lines. Watch. Look, you can go diagonally, which was really cool at the time because this was really hard to do. Don't worry about what I'm making. That's not the important thing. The important thing is that I remember this game so well. Like when me and my brother played it, holy crap, we had so much fun playing something like this. And I won't say why. I'm just saying that we sometimes had to make sure that my parents didn't see what happened, especially when we like did things like change colors. I don't want to say that the first thing my brother and I ever did was draw butts on this thing, but that might have been the thing that we did. Oh my, this is looking beautiful, you guys. Holy crap, look at this. Look at this crap. Oh, I love it. It doesn't control very well. We'll leave that the way it is. It's fine. Oh, there's black. That's what that is. Now that looks weird. Fix it. Okay, we're getting out of control here. Things are happening. Anyway. You get the idea, I think. So that's the draw function. It also has scribble on screen. Now you think that that might also be a kind of draw function? It ain't. Get ready for this. Press any key. Like what? Anything? How about P? Oh God. How about E? How upset were my parents when they realized that this was completely non-educational? They really felt bad. I think for themselves. They still let us play with it, but they were like, don't do that. What would people think if they saw it? And I'm like, who the hell's gonna see it? Basically, my brother and I only got to play when my father was done with his like computing thing. I don't know. It was just like you could basically do anything you wanted. Y-O-U. So like we thought this was hilarious, right? Because we always wrote nasty stuff like this. We wrote boob on here and laughed about it for like literally 10 minutes because we were like 7 and 6 years old. It was funny to us. I'm sorry. What can I write on here that would be hilarious? Like memes or something. I don't know. Here, I'm hip with the kids. Look at that. That right there. You've already made yourself a fucking meme. And this was like back in the day when no one even knew what that was. Oh my God. You could write like swag. If we had room, we would do it. There it is. There's the rest of it. You know, or butts. You could do anything. There you go. Enjoy. So that's... Are you guys getting what this is about? Holy, I think your minds are totally blown. Hang on. I've got it. I'm going to save number 3 for the last because that was me and my brother's favorite. The sequence game is kind of like what you'd expect. So this is kind of like the educational part that you really couldn't fuck up. So 2, 3, 4, 5, they want you to guess what comes next. Obviously it's 6. And then the little guy winks at you. How about that? But if you're dumb and you don't know what comes after 8, I'm going to say like 0. Oh no! He's crying. You made the guy cry. How could you do it? So then, once you got a couple of them right, you get like this crazy rave thing in your face. That's all I remember about it. I gotta be honest, I haven't seen it in years. We're about to see it for like the first time in like 30-something years. Holy crap, where is it? It's coming. And believe me, it was frightening. And the first time we saw it, we were like, oh my God, it was bad. Where is it? Did I not get enough right? I think I have to keep getting them right for it to happen. Let's see. Whoa, 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 things are getting difficult. Here we go. I've got smarts. Is that it? Yo. I'm good at this. There it is. That's one of many possibilities that you could get. That scared the shit out of us the first time we saw it. This stuff is like, it's a little bit weird. It's a little bit nightmare fuel, I gotta be honest. Letter game is kind of the same thing, but not really. So in the letter game, basically it's asking you what that is. Now there was no microphone or anything like that, so all you would do is press the corresponding key on the keyboard to match. I'll give you the D. Of course they would start out with that. Let's see what it spells. So D-E, they don't really spell anything, but we're gonna make sure that it does. D-E, Des what? Oh my god, I didn't expect it to come so soon! Do you see what I'm saying? This was huge back in the day. Oh my god. T. Let's spell something else. Anything else? That guy is just winking away. Holy crap. Yo, this taught us things. Like how to totally blow up educational programs that our parents thought was gonna teach us something. Joke's on them. I did good, you guys. I did good. Okay, so the matching game, again, similar. So what you would do here is match the sequence that they show you in the top. So 3 full circles, that would be number 2. See what I'm saying? The very basic. This is meant for like 5-year-olds, which is good because I'm still 5 apparently, and I think it's hilarious. I'm doing it, you guys. Look, this is a game I can win. Forget Gorf. Forget fucking Asteroids and Frogger, which were also on this system, and they were actually really bad. Whoa! Right! Oh man, you guys, are you ready for the piece de resistance of this fucking game? I have to wait for it to load before I can go back. That's the problem. Wait, can you not go back here? No, you can. It just had to load it. Alright, names and lights. Here we go, guys. This is the piece de resistance. Whenever kids would come over to our house, we would show them this and laugh. And they would probably go home and tell their mothers what we did, and then we get in trouble. Type a name. Oh, I've got one for you. How about that? Get ready. This is amazing. Wait, it's not over. This is my childhood. You're looking at it right now. I can't. I can't deal. Oh, you thought it would end. It don't end. It don't end, you guys. It just doesn't. It's the best thing ever. Oh, do we need to see that again? I think we fucking do. Just one more for good measure. Oh, Lord. You guys, this has been another nostalgia trip with me. If you like seeing these old games from like days gone by that you can't even comprehend, let me know. I'd be happy to do more of them for you. They're a little hard to get moving, and I know it's a weird subject. But when you can pull off shit like this, it's totally worth it. Totally. Let me know if you want to see more of this stuff. I've got loads of old stuff I could show you. And maybe one day we can actually show you the consoles themselves so you can see how they work. It's quite interesting. I love you guys. Thanks for taking this trip down memory lane with me. I'll see you guys later. Bye.